Hey guys, it's me, April. I am a sophomore going into my second year of college as an architecture student. And a while ago, I said I was going to make a video on how to make friends your freshman year in college. But with all of the things going on with the coronavirus, things have changed. Um, and it's undeniable like how things are going to change in the future with the school planning events right now, just because of the social distancing aspect of our daily lives now, and how we can't quite guarantee that soft or freshman year for the incoming freshman or anybody is going to be exactly the same as it was in the past. But I still did want to come out with a video on how to make friends, because it is something that for me at least came really naturally in high school. And I just found that for myself, the dynamic did change as I went into college. In high school, I was on the dance team. I was the officer of a few organizations, and I was very active in the National Society of Black Engineers, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, Girl Scouts, which is another really great, like all these different organizations, any organization that you're in. I dabbled a little bit in debate. I dabbled a little bit in theater. I dabbled a little bit in art. Took the art class like 4 times. Long story, but I kind of just stuck my hand in every single thing, and that was and our elementary school and junior high all went to the same college. I mean, not same college, same high school. So it was kind of really easy to know people because we all went through the same schools. And so I didn't have a lot of trouble making friends, because the same friends that I had before, I just kind of carried through with. Even friends that have moved away, I kept in touch. So in college, it wasn't like I was completely alone, but I did face some difficult times trying to meet new people and make new friends, just because I'm a little bit of an introverted extrovert. So, but I wanted to kind of point out some different things that you can do even with quarantine to make friends and make connections. And then maybe later on in the future, when things chill out, or maybe even before things chill out, I'll make another video on how I made friends in college. So yeah, that's going to be this video. I don't want it to be a super long video, but I'm hoping that it's something that you can listen to while you cook or do your homework, or maybe you just feel like sitting and staring and watching me talk. So I guess we'll just get right into it. So I don't really have like a super strong structure. In fact, I just lost the paper that I wrote things on. Okay, so every time I try to make this video, I ramble forever, and I'm trying to figure out how to get everything that I think is important in this video without rambling forever and ever. Okay, so yeah, I don't have like a super strong structure, because naturally I just realize things sometimes that are like I forget to write down. I do have a little bit of like a list here to make sure that I don't leave things out. Making friends already is an understandable concern when going into your freshman year or any year of college, because it's really unpredictable how the college has changed, and just how it's going to be. Though this is an understandable concern, I think that at the end of it all, there's nothing to worry about, because you're going to be in that college for about 8 months on average every year. And being exposed to that many people for 8 months, it's hard not to meet anyone. Now, some people are going to go out there and make a million friends, and I got you. And some people are going to go out there and not make a million friends, but make friends. And some people, I think everyone's going to make friends. So I'm not even going to say that some people might not, because I think that everyone will. And even, especially if you're watching this video, but I think that no matter who you are, I think that you're going to make a friend. I don't think that you have a real huge concern. No matter your background, no matter what you're going through, I think that there is somebody out there for you, like a soulmate. I think that there's somebody out there for you. The pond is big, but it is big. And I wanted to put that out there, because though I'm going to be saying like different things to help, I really think that as long as you guys are out trying that, or just out being yourself, somebody's going to gravitate towards you, and you might link up. Now, it might take a little bit of effort on your side just to make that first move, or make that first move. But I think it's worth it. As long as you put in a little bit of effort, there can be a lot that comes out of it, and that is great. Last thing I want to say before I go into the different things, college is what you make it. Same for high school. There are things that are out of your control, and there are things that are in your control, and it's important to focus on the things that you can control for yourself, and the things that you know will make you happy, or the things that you think might make you happy. It's important to look at yourself and the things that you're interested in and try to find things that make you happy, or look for different things that you're curious about and have adventure and take risks, because that's what's going to make everything worth it, I think, in the end. For me, even though I took some risk and I had a lot of fun and I was looking for things that I was interested in, not every single thing I loved. I don't think that was grammatically correct. I took a lot of risk and I was having fun, but that doesn't mean that I loved everything that I did. In the end, sometimes I realized that something wasn't worth it, or that something was more worth it than I ever thought it would be, and I should have been doing something a long time ago. And it's just a great time, college, to find yourself more. I know that it seems like it might change with college starting, but honestly, I think that there's just as much chance for you guys to get out there and find yourself more as there is with college being closed. And I know that this is kind of a difficult thing to say, or a difficult thing to accept, but no matter what happens, college doesn't just stop. Summer school didn't just end. Freshman semester, fall semester isn't just going to stop. It isn't just going to go away. Every single club on campus isn't just going to pop off the face of the earth because, we can't meet in person every single week. Maybe, because we don't know exactly the nature of all the clubs. So maybe you guys can meet. I don't know what the club is about, but not everything is going to pause. And it might not be the same. It probably won't be the same, but it's not just going to disappear off the face of the earth and end. So I would just kind of look for things that you're interested in, look for things that make you happy, look for things you're curious in, and join clubs online. Message the club's social media or email them and say, hey, look, I'm interested. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I hope that I can be a part of this. Maybe we can volunteer. Maybe we can read that book together, or I don't know, do something. And I'm sure, especially with like mask and everything, the proper protection, you guys can do something. It just depends. And I think it takes you taking that first step towards something that could make you happy, and reaching out to a club with a group of people that have a common bond. It just makes it so much more likely that you guys are going to become friends and form a deeper bond. So that's my first point. First point is clubs and events. I know that the clubs and events are a little bit different than what they would be without the whole apocalyptic quarantine virus thing happening, but I don't think that they are gone. I don't know how to word that. They're a little bit different, but it's not like there are still things happening, I should say. And I think it's important to realize that and accept that. Yes. Okay. So the second point that I wanted to make is housing, which kind of ties into this a little bit. I know that there's a lot of debate over whether or not we should continue housing, or whether or not we should just live at home, and how is school going to be run, and is it worth it to live close to the school. And I'm excited to be living close to the school because it is my sophomore year, and I do want to be more involved, and I want to be more involved in the city. And I'm just excited to be closer, because there are a lot of things that I wanted to do that I wasn't able to do my my spring semester, because I was far away, and things that I wanted to do my fall semester because I didn't have enough time. And just being closer and having that transportation, I think, is definitely going to help me out. Now, this is different for every single person, but that's just my opinion on it, even though campus may be closed, which I don't think my campus is, because they have like different types of classes. So I think some of the classes would be open. But even though some campuses may be closed, there may be things happening in the city that you are interested in, or sorority things or fraternity things that are going on that you might want to be interested in. And then along with that, if you are looking to become a part of a sisterhood or a brotherhood, I wouldn't give up on that because of everything going on. Now, it is completely up to you, and if you feel uncomfortable with it, that's understandable, and that's completely up to you. But I wouldn't just cross everything that you're interested in out of the, sorry, it's raining outside, out of your plan for the future because of things happening in the outside world. Think about whether or not you would regret not following through with things that could make you happy, which is the overall goal of all of this, of all of life. I don't think that anyone in any organization or any club or any sisterhood or brotherhood would put you guys in danger. So, and if you guys feel uncomfortable after joining, then don't stay. That's another thing. Like, there's no harm in going to something and then leaving. There are tons of events. There are tons of clubs. I have gone to events and walked in and been like, I am not staying, and gone out, and that's okay. At some events, it makes sense to stay, but at some events, like, you don't have to, like, if it's a party, you don't have to come and stay the whole time of the party. Just go and check it out. Be curious. So another bullet point is to, if you are able to, I would explore the campus. This doesn't really tie into making friends, but having that curiosity and exploring the campus could lead you to areas that you would have never been in otherwise, and it could just be a great experience. I just wanted to throw that in here. I explored the campus one day when I was just bored and I had extra time. I just explored the campus so I could get a lot out of my mind, and I found this area by the communication building where it was like, it looked like a big brick building, but there was like an alleyway, like a brick archway, and all these hand signals, like a brick archway, and when you walk through, it opened up, and like the inside, like the walls were like this, okay, and this was the archway, and the walls went up like this. I'm doing an architecture plan in the air, and then like in the center there was a big tree, and it sprouted up, and it was so peaceful. It was quiet, and there were benches, and it was a tree, and I was just like, oh my gosh, yes. And there were a few other areas like that in campus, but I didn't have any classes in those buildings. I just loved that area, and I would have never found them if I wasn't exploring campus and just going out. I also would always look at the poster boards because there's so much there, but that's that. All right, so my next bullet point is getting out versus staying in. There is a risk, of course, with any activities where there's going to be like a big group of people, and that's kind of just college right now. And so I would advise you guys to take the necessary precautions, so wearing a mask, or taking a vitamin, or just being aware of your health and what you're putting into your body, and staying hydrated, and just making sure that you guys are thinking about the risks that can be associated with the different activities that you guys are doing, and taking the not necessary precautions and protection methods, because that is a thing. And although I totally advocate for going out to different activities, I also know that right now some of us are still in quarantine, and there's a lot that goes into deciding to go out, even if you want to. So I do want to put that out there. And yeah, so that is that. And then last thing is, this is kind of not like a super strong thing to end off on, I think. I mean, it's really important, but I don't think it's like the best thing that I probably should have said this like somewhere in the middle. But I think that it's really important to start group chats. Really though, because for all of your classes, if nobody says anything, just say like, hey, does anybody want to be in a group chat for this class? And you might not get every single student in class, but some people might join, and not only would that help you guys out with class and staying connected and having people like ask questions, being able to have questions answered about the class or about homework or about something else on campus. It's just a great way to stay connected with the people in your class, because I don't know, a week from now you could be in the middle of class and you could think, oh my gosh, that person had an amazing project, I want to talk to them about that, and then you guys could become friends or something. And then that's another thing, have a group chat with your group of people in your major. For architecture, we have a group chat for like freshman architecture, and a group chat for sophomore architecture, and a group chat, but the group chat stays the same, and that keeps us all connected throughout everything. We send each other updates, we laugh about things, we tell each other jokes, and and architecture isn't really like a huge, like it's an amazing major, but it's not a huge group of students. So it's like we kind of know everybody, but we kind of also don't, because it's also interior architecture. But it just keeps us all like connected, and that's a really great thing to have. So if you're going into architecture, I would definitely recommend starting a group chat with everybody, and also starting a group chat with your studio, because that is important. I should make a totally different video on architecture freshman semester and the different tips and hacks that I found for being an architecture student. But for now, group chats for any class, any major, group chats. Don't be afraid to email your teachers. But that's in a different video, but don't be afraid to email your teachers. And it's just great sometimes to be able to talk to people. All right, so that is my video. I'm trying to hit the even 15-16 minute mark. Thank you so much for watching and staying all the way through. If you have any questions, put them down below. Everything. I hope I answered your questions. If you guys have any questions about freshman year, college applications, how to pick the right college, what colleges I applied to, architecture. I don't want to go too deep into mental health because I'm not a mental health professional, but if you guys want to ask questions or hear a little bit about my experiences, I'm definitely going to talk about that. Any other experiences, because I have a lot of experiences. Roomie trouble, what to pack for college, what to pack for apartments, because I'm going to be packing for my apartment, how to take care of a dog in college, with Bean. Oh, Sleepy. Sorry. My dog's name is Bean, and I call him Bean. But caring for a dog in college, emotional support animals in college. But if you have any more questions, ask me, let me know, and I'm here for you. Sorry about the sound quality. It's been raining outside all day. Yeah, all right, bye.